The map of Hogwarts Legacy appears to be huge. This means there will be amazing secrets and adventures to discover by exploring the world. In other large RPGs, the need and benefits of exploring are often balanced against the ability to fast travel far distances. To fast travel is the ability to move quicker than foot speed. Usually in other RPGs, there is a trade-off between faster travel and more detailed exploration. The faster the type of travel, the less likely you are to notice something interesting between where you are and where you are going. Our character in Hogwarts Legacy will be able to walk and run, but in the wizarding world, we know that witches and wizards use other forms of fast travel. In this video, I'll be walking through all of them, starting with those confirmed by the developers. In a recent blog post by community manager Chandler Wood, he confirmed that the Floo Network could be used to fast travel in Hogwarts Legacy. The Floo Network is defined by the connections between fireplaces at different buildings in the wizarding world. To use it, a witch or wizard stands at the fireplace with a handful of Floo powder. They step into the fireplace, speak their destination loudly and clearly, then throw the Floo powder down into the fireplace. Green flames erupt, and if all goes well, then they will emerge out of the connected fireplace at their destination. In Hogwarts Legacy, we anticipate being able to use the Floo Network to fast travel from town to town. It may be that we have to learn the name of the place or gain other kinds of knowledge or permissions before we can use Floo to go there. We expect it to be relatively easy and cheap, but limited to specific locations. We also see characters flying on a broomstick in different scenes. In Quidditch Through the Ages, we learned that brooms in the 19th century did not reach high speeds and tended to be difficult to control at high altitudes. Broom maker Elias Grimstone created the Oakshaft 79 for enduring high winds, but unfortunately it was not able to turn at high speed, so the broom was never popular for Quidditch. It did earn notoriety though, as the broom that Jocunda Sykes used in 1935 to cross the Atlantic. In Hogwarts Legacy, it is unclear what specific broom we will be using, but it might not be as fast as the Firebolt. As we skill up and befriend more magical creatures, we will likely be able to mount and ride to travel around the world. We are seen on the back of a hippogriff, but perhaps there are more magical creatures that we could ride. Apparition is an advanced spell used by witches and wizards to disappear from one place and appear nearly instantly somewhere else. It takes significant training to master Apparition and clear-minded focus to use it well. The consequences of mistakes include splinching, which is the act of leaving part of yourself behind. The difficulty of Apparition increases as the distance between where you are disapparating from and apparating to increases. Apparition also requires familiarity with the terrain of the place you want to apparate to. In Hogwarts Legacy, we could see Apparition being learned late in the storyline with lots of training and high skill. Portkeys are enchanted objects that transport anybody who grabs it to a preset destination. Harry Potter and his companions use portkeys to arrive at the Quidditch World Cup, and the Triwizard Cup was infamously made into a portkey by Barty Crouch Jr. A portkey can be essentially any inanimate object and requires the Portus spell. It is an unpleasant experience that can lead to nausea or giddiness. We do not expect portkeys to be in the game considering the confirmation of the Floo Network. Perhaps we encounter one made by somebody else, however, and it takes us to a dungeon or elsewhere. Portals are not specific to the wizarding world, but we do expect to see them in Hogwarts Legacy. This room appears to have several portals that might use a spell related to portkeys to allow fast travel from this room to important, predetermined locations. Which method of travel will you choose? I love the idea of flying, but I also want to explore everything on the ground. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and until next time, wands ready.